The 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar stands as a compelling piece within modern United States coinage, quietly commanding attention among collectors who recognize its understated rarity and evolving market appeal. Struck at the United States Mint facility in Denver, this coin may not immediately appear extraordinary to casual observers, yet in the world of numismatics it occupies a niche that has grown increasingly significant over time. What elevates the 1973 D issue is not just its association with the beloved Kennedy series, but its status as a low-circulation coin that was never released widely into everyday commerce. As a result, demand has steadily risen, particularly for high-grade specimens, making it one of the more desirable modern half-dollars for collectors seeking both historical continuity and investment potential. The historical context surrounding the 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar is crucial to understanding its importance. Following the immense popularity of the Kennedy half-dollar series, first introduced in 1964 after the assassination of John F. Kennedy, the coin underwent several compositional and circulation changes. By 1971, the series had transitioned from silver to a copper-nickel-clad composition, reflecting broader economic shifts and the rising cost of precious metals. In 1973, a pivotal decision was made. Half-dollars were no longer released into general circulation, but were instead produced primarily for collectors in mint sets. The Denver-minted 1973 D issue is a direct result of this policy, marking it as part of a short-lived but historically important era when circulating coinage was effectively withheld from everyday use, thereby limiting its availability in worn conditions. From a design perspective, the 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar retains the iconic imagery that has defined the series for decades. The obverse features a striking left-facing portrait of President Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, capturing both dignity and solemnity. The reverse, created by Frank Gasparo, showcases the heraldic eagle with a shield, clutching arrows, and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. The coin is composed of a copper core with outer layers of copper-nickel, giving it a silvery appearance despite lacking intrinsic silver content. Measuring 30.6 millimeters in diameter and weighing 11.34 grams, it maintains the substantial feel that collectors appreciate. In higher grades, especially those with strong luster and minimal contact marks, the coin exhibits a brilliant finish that enhances its visual appeal and distinguishes it from more heavily circulated counterparts. Rarity plays a defining role in the value of the 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar, though it is a nuanced kind of rarity. With a mintage of approximately 83 million pieces, the coin is not rare in absolute terms. However, its limited release into circulation means that examples found in pristine condition are far less common than the raw numbers might suggest. Many coins were preserved in mint sets, but even these often show minor imperfections due to packaging methods of the time. Truly high-grade specimens, particularly those graded MS66 or higher by professional services, are scarce and command significant premiums. Additionally, collectors remain vigilant for error varieties, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, which can dramatically increase a coin's desirability and market value. In terms of market value, the 1973 D. Kennedy half-dollar demonstrates how condition and grading can transform an otherwise modest coin into a valuable collectible. Circulated examples typically trade for only a small premium above face value, often ranging from $1 to $3. However, uncirculated specimens in mint state condition can fetch between $10 and $50, depending on quality. At the end of the spectrum, superb gem examples graded MS67 have been known to sell for several $100s, with auction records occasionally exceeding $1,000 for exceptionally well-preserved pieces with outstanding eye appeal. These prices reflect a growing appreciation for condition rarity within modern coinage, as collectors increasingly compete for the finest known examples. For collectors interested in acquiring the 1973 D. Kennedy half dollar, a careful and informed approach is essential. Examining the coin under proper lighting to assess luster, strike quality, and surface preservation is a fundamental step in identifying high-quality specimens. Certification by reputable grading services such as Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company can provide assurance of authenticity and grade, significantly enhancing both value and marketability. Storage is equally important. Coins should be kept in protective holders or climate-controlled environments to prevent tarnish and damage. When purchasing, collectors are advised to rely on established dealers, reputable auction houses, or trusted numismatic communities to avoid counterfeit or overgraded examples. In conclusion, the 1973 D. Kennedy half dollar embodies a fascinating intersection of history, design, and market dynamics within modern American numismatics. Its unique status as a non-circulating issue from a transitional period, combined with its iconic design and condition-based rarity, ensures its continued relevance among collectors. While it may not possess the intrinsic metal value of earlier silver issues, its appeal lies in its story and the challenge of finding high-grade specimens. As interest in modern coins continues to grow, the 1973 D. half dollar stands poised to maintain and potentially increase its value, offering both seasoned numismatists and newcomers opportunity to engage with a piece of American history that is as next up to in the 1974 D. half dollar, part of the long-running Kennedy half dollar series, occupies an interesting and often underestimated position within modern American numismatics. Yet in its finest known forms, it can command surprisingly strong premiums that elevate it into the category of most valuable for its date and mint. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin is not rare in a general sense, but the highest grade survivors, particularly those exhibiting exceptional strike quality, pristine surfaces, and strong luster, have become highly sought after by collectors who specialize in registry sets or condition rarities. Its appeal lies not in intrinsic silver value, as it contains no silver, but in the challenge it presents to collectors attempting to find near-perfect examples from a time when minting standards were inconsistent, making top-tier specimens both elusive and desirable. Historically, the 1974 D. half dollar was produced during a transitional era in U.S. coinage, a decade after the introduction of the Kennedy series in the wake of the assassination of John F. Kennedy, which gave rise to one of the most emotionally significant coins in American history. By 1974, the coin had already shifted away from its original silver composition due to rising bullion prices, becoming a copper-nickel-clad issue intended primarily for circulation rather than commemoration. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins to meet declining but still present demand for half dollars in commerce, even as their everyday use was diminishing. This context explains why the coin is common in circulated grades, yet paradoxically scarce in superb condition, reflecting broader economic and cultural shifts in how Americans interacted with coinage in the 1970s. From a design standpoint, the 1974 D. half dollar retains the iconic imagery created by Gilroy Roberts on the obverse and Frank Gasparro on the reverse. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, marked by clean lines and a dignified expression, while the reverse displays a heraldic eagle adapted from the Great Seal of the United States, clutching arrows and an olive branch beneath a ring of stars. The coin is composed of a copper core clad in nickel, measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter, and weighs approximately 11.34 grams. Although these specifications are standard for the series, what distinguishes exceptional examples is the sharpness of detail, particularly in Kennedy's hair and the eagle's feathers, and the presence of vibrant mint luster unmarred by contact marks, making high-grade coins visually striking despite their base metal composition. Rarity in the 1974 D half dollar is driven almost entirely by condition rather than mintage, as tens of millions were struck, yet relatively few were preserved in immaculate state. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS66 and above by professional grading services like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, are scarce due to weak strikes, bag marks, and handling typical of the era. Additionally, certain varieties, such as double dies or coins with exceptional strike characteristics, can add layers of rarity and intrigue. The scarcity of these top-condition coins has led to intense competition among advanced collectors, especially those assembling registry sets where even slight differences in grade can significantly affect rankings and value. In terms of market value, the 1974 D half dollar spans a wide range depending on condition, with circulated examples typically worth only face value or slightly above, while uncirculated specimens in MS63 to MS65 may command modest premiums. However, the most valuable examples, those graded MS66 Plus or MS67, can sell for hundreds to over $1,000 at auction, particularly if they exhibit exceptional eye appeal and strong strike quality. These prices reflect not only the technical grade, but also the coin's desirability within competitive collecting circles. Auction results over recent years indicate a steady appreciation for top-grade modern coins, suggesting that the 1974 D half dollar, once overlooked, is gaining recognition as a condition rarity with solid long-term potential. For collectors, acquiring a high-quality 1974 D half dollar requires careful attention to detail and a willingness to seek out certified examples from reputable sources. Coins graded and encapsulated by services like PCGS or NGC offer assurance of authenticity and condition, which is crucial in a market where subtle differences can have major value implications. Collectors should look for coins with minimal contact marks, strong luster, and well-defined design elements, avoiding pieces with dull surfaces or signs of cleaning. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and protective holders is essential to preserve the coin's condition, while participation in numismatic communities and auctions can provide opportunities to acquire superior specimens and stay informed about market trends. Ultimately, the 1974 D Kennedy half dollar stands as a compelling example of how modern coins can achieve significant value through condition rarity and collector demand, rather than intrinsic metal content. Its historical connection to a beloved hinahaga, inus, its enduring design, and the challenge it presents in locating top-grade examples combine to make it a target for both novice and experienced collectors. As interest in high-quality, modern coinage continues to grow, the finest known examples of this issue are likely to remain in demand, reinforcing their status as prized pieces within the broader landscape of American numismatics, and ensuring their continued appreciation in both monetary and historical terms. Next up to in the 1992 D half dollar, part of the long-running Kennedy half dollar series, stands as a modern yet intriguing issue within American numismatics, particularly when examined at its highest quality levels. While not rare in a general sense, the most valuable examples of this coin, those preserved in near-perfect mint condition, have captured the attention of serious collectors due to their exceptional quality and scarcity in top grades. Struck at the United States Mint facility in Denver Mint, the 1992 D half dollar is often overlooked in everyday circulation, yet its finest specimens command notable premiums in the collector market. Its appeal lies not in age or precious metal content, but in condition rarity and the challenge of finding flawless examples, making it highly sought after among registry set builders and modern coin enthusiasts. The historical context of the 1992 D half dollar is tied to the enduring legacy of President John F. Kennedy, whose image has graced the coin since its introduction in 1964 following his assassination. By 1992, the Kennedy half-dollar had transitioned fully into a clad composition era, no longer containing silver for circulation strikes, reflecting broader economic and monetary shifts in the United States. The coin was produced primarily for circulation, though by the early 1990s, half-dollars were already seeing limited everyday use, resulting in many being stored rather than spent. This period also coincided with the growing popularity of coin collecting as a hobby, which led to increased attention on high-grade modern issues, including those from the Denver Mint. In terms of design, the 1992 D half-dollar retains the classic features introduced decades earlier, with the obverse showcasing a left-facing portrait of Kennedy designed by Gilroy Roberts, and the reverse displaying the presidential seal, an eagle with a shield, olive branch, and arrows, created by Frank Gasparo. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure, with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving it durability and a distinctive silvery appearance. Measuring 30.6 millimeters in diameter and weighing 11.34 grams, the coin's physical characteristics are consistent with other modern half-dollars. What makes certain 1992 D examples stand out, however, is the presence of strong strikes, full luster, and minimal contact marks, which elevate them into the highest grading tiers. Rarity for the 1992 D half-dollar is not derived from low mintage. Indeed, millions were struck, but rather from the scarcity of coins surviving in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins graded MS66 and above by professional grading services become increasingly difficult to locate, and those achieving MS67 or higher are exceptionally rare. Additionally, collectors pay close attention to strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal, as even minor imperfections can significantly impact grade and value. While no widely recognized major error varieties are associated with this issue, minor die errors or anomalies can add niche interest and incremental value for specialized collectors. The market value of the 1992 D half-dollar varies dramatically depending on condition. Circulated examples typically hold only face value, while standard uncirculated coins may trade for a modest premium of a few dollars. However, in high mint state grades, particularly MS66 and above, prices can rise substantially, often reaching $50 to $150 depending on eye appeal and certification. The most exceptional specimens graded MS67 have been known to sell for several $100s at auction, with particularly examples occasionally exceeding expectations due to competitive bidding among registry collectors. These price levels reflect the coin's conditional rarity rather than intrinsic metal value, underscoring the importance of preservation and grading. For collectors seeking to acquire a valuable 1992 D half-dollar, careful attention to quality is essential. Coins should ideally be sourced from reputable dealers or certified by leading grading services such as PCGS or NGC, ensuring authenticity and accurate grading. When evaluating raw coins, collectors should look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong luster, avoiding pieces with visible scratches or dullness. Proper storage is equally important, with protective holders or albums recommended to prevent environmental damage. Participation in coin shows, auctions, and online numismatic communities can also provide opportunities to locate high-grade examples and gain insights from experienced collectors. In conclusion, the 1992 D Kennedy half-dollar exemplifies how modern coins can achieve significant value through condition rarity and collector demand rather than age or precious metal content. Its historical connection to a bell, combined with its enduring design and the challenge of finding flawless specimens, ensures its place within contemporary numismatics. For both new and seasoned collectors, this coin offers an blend of accessibility and aspiration, with top-tier examples representing a rewarding pursuit. As interest in high-grade modern coinage continues to grow, the finest 1992 D half dollars are likely to maintain and potentially increase their appeal and market value over time. Next up to in the 1996 P. Kennedy half dollar occupies an intriguing position in modern American numismatics, not because it is inherently rare in circulation, but because of the remarkable premiums achieved by the finest certified examples. For collectors, the pursuit of this coin centers on condition rarity rather than absolute scarcity, with top-graded specimens commanding surprisingly strong prices. As part of the long-running Kennedy half-dollar series, the 1996 P issue appeals to enthusiasts who value completeness, quality, and the challenge of assembling high-grade registry sets. Its desirability today is driven largely by competitive collecting, where even subtle differences in preservation can translate into dramatic differences in market value. The historical context of this coin traces back to the enduring legacy of John F. Kennedy, whose image has appeared on the half dollar since 1964 following his assassination. By 1996, the coin was no longer widely used in everyday commerce, instead being produced primarily for collectors and limited circulation. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1996 P half dollar reflects a period when the denomination had largely transitioned into a numismatic product rather than a functional currency. Its issuance forms part of the broader continuation of the Kennedy series, which has become a staple of modern U.S. coin collecting, bridging historical commemoration with contemporary minting practices. In terms of design, the coin retains the classic appearance established in 1964, with the obverse featuring a left-facing portrait of Kennedy designed by Gilroy Roberts. The reverse, crafted by Frank Gasparo, displays the presidential seal, an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. The 1996 P issue is composed of a copper-nickel clad composition, with a diameter of 30.6 and a weight of 11.34 grams. While these specifications are standard for the series, what distinguishes exceptional examples is the sharpness of strike, luster quality, and absence of contact marks, particularly on Kennedy's cheek and hair, which are focal points for grading. Rarity for the 1996 P half dollar is not defined by low mintage. Indeed, millions were struck, but by the scarcity of coins surviving in superb gem condition. Most examples exhibit weak strikes or surface imperfections due to mass production and handling, making it difficult to find coins that meet the stringent criteria of grades such as MS67 or higher. At the absolute top end, coins certified at MS68 by leading grading services are exceedingly rare, and this condition rarity is what elevates the coin into the category of highly valuable modern issues. No widely recognized major error varieties are associated with this date, which further concentrates collector focus on pristine condition as the primary driver of rarity. Market value for the 1996 P Kennedy half dollar varies dramatically depending on grade. Circulated or average uncirculated examples typically hold only modest value, often close to face or a small premium. However, coins graded MS66 may reach moderate collector prices, while MS67 specimens can command significantly higher amounts, often in the range of several $100s depending on eye appeal and certification. The most exceptional MS68 examples have achieved prices in the thousands at auction, reflecting intense competition among registry collectors. These values are shaped by population reports, demand for top-tier coins, and the broader strength of the modern coin market, which increasingly rewards perfection. For collectors seeking to acquire a high-quality 1996 P half dollar, careful attention to grading and authentication is essential. Coins certified by reputable services such as Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company offer greater confidence in both authenticity and assigned grade. When evaluating raw coins, collectors should look for strong luster, minimal marks, and a well-struck portrait, as these characteristics significantly influence value. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and protective holders is crucial to preserving condition, while acquisitions are best made through established dealers, auctions, or trusted numismatic platforms to avoid overpaying or purchasing misrepresented pieces. In conclusion, the 1996 P. Kennedy half-dollar exemplifies how modern coins can achieve notable value through condition rarity and collector demand rather than intrinsic scarcity. Its connection to a historically significant figure, combined with its role in a beloved coin series, ensures its continued relevance in numismatics. For both new and experienced collectors, the coin offers an engaging challenge, locating examples of exceptional quality in a sea of otherwise common pieces. As interest in high-grade modern coinage persists, the finest specimens of the 1996 P half-dollar are likely to remain desirable, reinforcing their status as both collectible treasures and potential long-term investments.